Jenny Sturrock, A2 Media coursework. This is a copy of the Sheffield Star, a local daily tabloid newspaper for the South Yorkshire area, published by the Johnston Press Group. With data from a newspaper readership report, we can see that its total circulation per issue is 45,177. Of this, the highest age group that read this paper are 35 to 44-year-olds at 19,971 readers. We must remember that this number includes readers that have not bought the paper but read another's copy. This shows us that this would be the main target audience of the newspaper. This newspaper can be bought or delivered daily for 42p, or the stories can be accessed online at the Sheffield Star's website. The masthead is what tells the reader what they are reading. The Sheffield Star's is large and red, helping it stick out to readers. The font is like one you would see on a typewriter. It is not digital looking, which is quite strong and masculine. The way a front page story is presented is very clear. Here we see the headline, followed by the subheading, followed by the body text and image. This flows easily and looks professional. The reader would assume that information given would be more trustworthy. Many readers only skim read newspapers. They only pause to read stories that interest them. Newspaper language, therefore, needs to take this into account. A short, punchy headline instantly grabs attention and tells the reader the key facts. Here we have rapist kept in his cage, a crime story. The target audience of the Sheffield Star would definitely be hooked by this. They are middle-aged women and men living stable and safe lives, and they would stereotypically be scared of the world around them and like to be kept in their bubble. Thus, this headline would grab their attention as a scary criminal, a rapist, is being kept away from them, therefore keeping the reader away from danger. Furthermore, I feel that using the word cage is quite clever, as it makes us picture this criminal as an animal. This would appeal to the target audience, as it is a strong metaphor that evokes a lot of emotion. The headline is in the sans serif font, typically used on newspapers. After reading the headline, the reader is then given more information about the main story through the subheading, another life term for psycho after 1981 attack. The subheading gives more facts about the story. Here we find out his life sentence and that the crime happened in 1981. The fact that it happened in 1981 would stick out to the target audience, as this is when they would have been growing up. There is more emotive language in the subheading with the use of the word psycho. The inverted commas show that this is more informal, or that it could be a quote from someone. After the subheading, the readers will then move on to reading the body text. This is where the story will be told in full. News stories place all the important information at the beginning, only to then reveal more details. This has partly been done in the headline and subheading, however the reader's attention will be fully secured after the first paragraph of the body text. The introduction must answer 4 basic questions, the 4 W's: who, what, where and when. Here we can look at the editing theory of eco. From the removing and rearranging of facts, we can decide whether this piece has an open or closed meaning. Generally in news stories, you would expect closed text. They have preferred meanings that the audience would not question. This story on the front page definitely has a preferred meaning. Crime stories featuring villains and serious crimes would not be questioned. A photo is usually seen on the front of a newspaper that will link with the main story. This can be explained by using Roland Barthes' theories. He believed that images have 2 levels of meaning. They can denote and connote meanings. The denotation is the literal or obvious meaning, and the connotation is the possible or suggested meaning. The denotation here is a black and white photo of a man. The connotation is that this is a photo from 1981 of the rapist. He said that the meanings of images can be pinned down through anchorage, text and image together. We see the word rapist and the date 1981, therefore we assume this black and white photo of a man would be the rapist. Anchorage is also commonly achieved through captions. They tell us what the photo is. Here we have, jailed for life, Andrew Longmire. Other images on the front page include an advert, a plug for a free item given in the paper, and a plug for another story in the paper. The adverts are important, and this is how newspapers make a large sum of their profit. The companies featured in adverts pay newspapers to be featured. A front page advert would cost more than one a few pages in, as it is certain that everyone will see it. The plug for the free St George's flag and posters take up about half of the page and is in full colour. Of course, when giving away something for free, this will always be important to be shown on the front cover, as it will persuade more people to buy the paper. This free item is also topical, as the World Cup was happening at the time. Football fans and people wanting to support their country would buy this edition of the newspaper. The plug for the music story is important, as it tells readers what else is inside the paper. This is also shown through the small contents page at the bottom of the page. We see the topics like weather, TV, letters, sport and crosswords and puzzles are in the newspaper. This reveals what the target audience is interested in. There is a wide range, however, so if you're not interested in sport, then maybe you'll be interested in doing crosswords and puzzles. This ensures that more papers will sell. The sans serif font used, the advertisements, subheadings, images, and captions all help to create a house style.